Alright, looks like we are live. Trying to figure out how to get the little chat pop out. Well, we're not going to worry about it too much for now. Anyway, so basically just did a couple of quick calcs before we were off screen. Decided that'd probably be a little bit easier. And now we're just gonna run in there and smack some guys around. I don't have as much time to stream today, but oh, 1 second. There we go. Oh, I had my own stream open, that's why. Okay. Should be good there. There's a soft level cap for it. XP. There's candy from work. Oh, he's basically explaining you can get the rare candy. Which we did already get. It's actually a battle girl, so yeah, don't want to fight these out of order. I guess you can, but it doesn't really help you because EXP's about a thing. But yeah, even with a crit, we just hard wall. It looks like a lot of these fights in here are really not too scary. I'm still going to be making sure we take our time. Oh, I forgot. We need to slow down for this. I looked at the audio from last time, and it was a little low for the music, so we'll see how it goes this time. A little bit higher. So Body Slam definitely KOs us. So, should just Ekans take this? No. But, so Staravia never dies to crit, and after -1, we should be able to go out into Grodel with no issues, which is good. And I did put Cherry Berry on a couple of these guys, just because there's so much paralysis in this fight. There's some of these fights where I feel like I purposefully use, like, more mons than I necessarily need. Like, I probably could have beaten this with just Staravia without much of an issue, but... Mike keeps wanting to fall down. There we go. The cable's so heavy that I have to keep the cable on the desk for it to go that way instead of that way. Which is really something else. I think I might start using Absorb. If he's gonna bulk up. It's kind of crazy that he's faster than us. I know Grodel's not like speedy or anything. Oh, it's by a couple points. Gotta be a little more quiet than yesterday, because my brother's still asleep. Still have a door, but nonetheless. Alright, Absorb. And if this thing does get out of control, we can always just switch. Alright, still shouldn't die from there. After this Absorb, we might go into Masquerain. I've honestly forgotten how many boosts it's got. Masquerain does really well into the incoming Mankey anyway. And another Intimidate's always good. We love going to grab rare candy. Oh, yeah. It's really nice coming into a, like, gym knowing exactly what you're going to be using. I definitely misplayed this. Ekans should be able to go for HP Psychic. I think we are risking crit here. It's a really bad roll too. But after all the intimidates, he shouldn't do too much to us if he doesn't crit. I know he's bulked up a few times, but oh wow. Maybe I did lose track of how much he was gaining. Oh, I don't have Cherry Berry on this. Please, no crit. This is what happens. You come back, and all of a sudden, like, you start playing worse. What I really should have brought was Rock Resist. Well, we love choking. Bye-bye, Staravia. Oh boy. Right when I said this fight should be easy, I don't know why Body Slam. Like, I didn't think about bulk up. Oh boy. This is what happens. You get on a good run and then all this stuff starts happening. And then you get tilted, and then it's really easy to want to speed everything up. So then this Mankey has... Probably gonna have to just risk crit on this as well. Oh, we just OHKO. Never mind. There's no reason I should have lost my Staravia there. The fact that he did paralyze everything did not help. Like, don't get me wrong, we did get hacks there a few different times, but, like, not paying attention to the boost was really dumb. But it is what it is, I guess. I'm not gonna worry too much about flipping to the calc screen in this first gym, just for kind of time efficiency's sake. Forgot to take items. Since none of these battles take very long to calc. I don't think that Staravia is like make or break, so if we can get through Brawly without any other deaths, it's not too bad, I don't think. Still sucks a lot. Let me bring this up. Farfetch, Galar. Fighting. Okay. Carvis Squire just hard beats that. What's it do against the Heracross? It's really good for Hera, though. Is there anything else that I could beat Farfetch'd with? Oh, he has inner focus, which isn't great, so Intimidate's actually not going to be that wonderful. Oh, Seadra just beats it. Alright. This thing has knockoffs, so I don't think I'm even gonna bring berries. Alright, in we go. I don't think I'm gonna worry too much about slowing down for some of these fights. I think yesterday I was getting a little nutty with how long everything was taken, so just gonna a little casual this morning. Just go Corvus Choir. Easy peasy. And sometimes I feel like I actually play a little better if I'm just like not trying to force myself to be like overly patient. Although I can definitely tell that I'm tilted after losing Staravia to me just being dumb. Which isn't wonderful. Okay. Makuhita. Seadra definitely still beats that. Mankey looks like it could get out of hand very quickly. So Reversal plus Power Up Punch is such an interesting set, especially with Focus Sash. You can't one-shot it. It has Defiance, so you don't want to intimidate it. That's a naughty little set. It's like you need to poke it and then bring in Corvus Choir. Yeah, we could use... Actually, you know what? I think... yeah, I think Groudle will be fine. And for Ledian, that's a lot of coverage. Litleo gets hit by the Drain Punch, which isn't great. But Timber actually does really well with Rock Throw. What does our little crab friend do? Crab's great too. Bring Eldegoss just for some stats. And nothing on their team's gonna like destroy berries, but we'll just give everything Orin. One thing I have realized is like it's really hard to not have your keyboard typing like not show up on the mic. That is one thing. Oh, this thing has guts. Well, that's still okay. I am missing some stuff, which isn't good. T-Punch, yep, no big deal. Hopefully we get the KO here, but if not, we can switch. Alright, cool. Then this Mankey is kind of problematic. How little damage do we do to this Mankey? Because I need to break the thing, stupid set. So Rock Throw does like nothing. But does Power Up Punch crit kill us? No, it doesn't. So I think Rock Throw is actually a good break there, and then you can go into Corvus Choir. Because now I resist all its moves, and it doesn't do that much. I guess it automatically goes for Reversal as soon as the sash is broken. Or something like that. Which makes it a little less scary, because the main thing that's scary there is it clicking Power Up Punch a bunch of times. Only used one Orin. Store everything away. Alright, let's look at this next one. Meditate. Brick Break, Rock Throw, Fake Out. Corvus Choir does not love the Rock Throw, that is for sure. What does something like Ekans do? This doesn't have any setup, which is nice. So I think Ekans plus Grodel's not too bad. Well, I keep forgetting that Seadra just outstats things. Yeah, Seadra just beats that. And it does it with only one Mon. So then we only have 2 Mons to beat. Okay, but we do have to deal with Machoke, which is scarier, because it has Bulk Up and Fachade. Alright. Oh, it has Guts, but it doesn't have like a Flame Orb. Okay, that makes it a little less scary. This thing could get out of control kind of quick. I kind of like the double Intimidate core with Ekans and Masquerain. I think I always just bring Corvusquire here for resist. And then for Girder, Girder has really good coverage here for me. Grodel's probably what I want there. Grodel seems to do pretty well into it, so if we can get off and Intimidate, that'd be really good. Trying to think. He wants to Rock Throw on Masquerain, but then he wants to Bulldoze on we can use Tortuga as like bait to get off some Intimidates with Masquerain, basically. Is there any hacks from them? Nope, we can just Orin everybody. Oh, I forgot to update our text. Like, the number of deaths isn't that bad, it's just the way it happened. It was so unnecessary, because everything else has been pretty clean. Just sad. Just running through here. Oh, that's where I'm supposed to go. Oh wait, this is a double battle? What? It's not listed that way in the docs. I guess you can fight them individually, but I didn't know how. Well, okay, we got off 1 Intimidate. I think we can still win this. This should be Fake Out, and then it's either Spore or Bullet Seed. Let me double check how much Bullet Seed does to us. It can KO, so we can't keep Seadra in here. A second Intimidate's gonna be huge. And honestly, I think Ekans can just stay in here. The question is, what do I want to keep on the field? Meditite or Breloom? Breloom can keep sporing, so I need to get rid of Breloom. This I think we probably should slow down for, since we found ourselves in this mess. Alright. So they're -1. This will now be -2. And since I didn't know this was going to be a double battle, could go pretty badly with all the Spore stuff. I would love to see Bullet Seed here. Yeah, that's not going to do much anything. And then is Mask faster? We could KO the Breloom. The only thing is the Meditite has Rock Throw, so we'd have to risk crit. Given the situation we're in, and how poorly things could go with this Breloom, I'm gonna go ahead and just risk crit on this Breloom. And I'm gonna switch out Ekans so we can start basically intimidate cycling. And I'm gonna try and get in our friend. We want to do turtle. Come in next. Either Baneri or Yanfu. I'll just go ahead and bring Seahorse in. After this Breloom's gone, Seedra should be able to do some good damage. And we're just gonna focus the left side and try and get as much damage as we can, or as many intimidates on the Metatite as we can, and just kind of make it useless. Alright, this is gonna be Rock Throw, no Masquerain. Oh, it's Brick Break. What the heck? I guess it didn't see kill, so it was random move. It's so weird. It's fine by me, though. Baneri. Oh, Baneri is fighting, or yeah, normal type in this game. I really want to keep Intimidate cycling. I'll just Masquerain do. Bubble. Yeah, so, here's what we'll do. We'll cycle out the Ekans back in, and get some damage on the Baneri. Metatite's -3, so it shouldn't be doing a lot anymore. Don't love the fake out there, but not the end of the world. We are, I guess, risking some crits, which isn't great. It should be attacks into Seedra, I think. Because Ekans takes such little damage. What does Ekans do to this Baneri? Triple Axle actually just kind of a lot. Although I guess we have the -1. At some point I'm just gonna have to start doing damage. Yeah. As long as we don't get crit from the Metatite, I think we should still be good with Seedra HP. The only problem is, like, Seedra does so much damage compared to a lot of our mons that it's, like, really hard to not just keep it in. Well, that's actually, like, that's good, but, like, I'm really hoping... Well, Ekans won't do that much to Metatite with Poison Fang. Oh, what for Brick Break on Ekans? If that Metatite's, like, random AI or something at this point. It's just firing away in places it does not make sense. See, that's not really what I wanted to see. Although, it'll still be alive for long enough that we can just kill what's in the left slot. So this should always be fake out of me and Fu. Which means I can get off an Intimidate. I think I definitely want to switch Seedra out. Let's see how we can do damage to this me and Fu. Gust does a lot, so if Ekans just does some damage with HP Psychic, should be good. Hopefully we see fake out into this Masquerain slot. That'd be great. And if that Metatite could just keep on Brick Breaking, would love to see it. Thing's at -4. This thing has inner focus. That's not wonderful. So, assuming this is Rock Slide, Masquerade gets outsped, or doesn't get outsped, but it gets OHKO'd by Rock Slide from there. Well, it's a range, but still. Did I already proc Orin? No, I'm just at exactly 50%. So I still need to get off Hidden Power, and I need to go to, I basically need something that can take damage without risking Rock Slide doing a million. Oh boy. It's actually gonna be a problem if this Meditite dies. Good thing I went Grodel. Okay, the next Rock Slide's gonna be a problem. That Meditite's gonna die next turn. I think that's toxic that Poison Fang applies. This, I don't know, this could attack into Grodel with Drain Punch where it would recover a lot. Or it's Rock Slide to KO Ekans. So this is a tricky spot. The random nature of it is the really tricky part. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to switch Tortuga in so that we can get off bait fighting moves into that slot next turn. And then Masquerade can go ahead and come in and we'll get the KO after that. Grodel, Mianfu. Question is, do I want to absorb or not? It'd basically just be trying to keep my HP high, because Meditite's gonna die anyway, and Gus does so much that I don't think it matters, so... Well, think about what's coming in. A choke or girder. Kind of affecting. I'm gonna just go for the damage just in case. Just in case our sequencing gets a little out of whack. Alright, you're like -4. This should not do that much. Assuming you don't crit. Dude, this double battle's so messy. This isn't supposed to be a double battle. That's the problem. Alright, that did not much. Great. Do some good damage to Mianfu. That was so close to killing. Actually, I could KO that with Aqua Jet. Well, no, because this has... Well, nothing has Fake Out left. Yeah, I think that double bait's fighting move. Let me double check that. Let's see. Vital Throw. Yep. Low Sweep. Yep. So, what we'll do... Go Masquerade here. And go for Razor Leaf. I guess Machoke could go for Bulk Up, but this is a good response to that anyway, so that's not a big deal. We do have to make sure we don't do any sort of status to it, though. I think so far, we're good. But, oh my goodness. This morning is really the day of throws. Going to a wedding later today, and I have to drive a little bit. It's like a 3-hour drive or something there. And I looked at hotels, and all of them were like over $200. Apparently there's some event in town or something, and man, lots of driving today, but I was happy to at least get something in this. Vital Throw, yep, does nothing. And now we get a 2v1, so this should be pretty easy from here. Pretty sure we can just gust and razor leaf. Oh, he was going for vital throw, because otherwise he outsped our Grodel. Not bad. I think did some good piloting. Okay. This should be rock throw. And we just attack. It's actually ironic that, like, rock resists are low-key, like, pretty good in this gym. Normal resists or the Lopunny are actually really good, but I guess just having a really, like, strong defense stat's helpful. That did nothing. Scrub don't have any moves that do anymore, or is this thing just that tanky? It is just that tanky. Absorb does the same amount, so we're gonna get some HP back, I guess. What does Gust do? Gust does 65, so I have to cycle this one more time. We're gonna go ahead and just speed this up, because let's fight this over. Oh, nice crit, bro. Nice crit. He just had to take my berry. What a guy. Well, it's one less fight we have to figure out. Oh, man. This is how people get stuck in early game hell. It's like you make one little mistake and you thought you were completely covered for, and then you're just one leads into another, and oof. Okay. Oh, let me do the thing. I gotta, like, change where this is orientated. There we go. Okay. Let's take a look-see. Kecleon. How does our friend Timber do? Well, he's gonna change types is the thing. Oh, Timber's faster. That's interesting. With Wake Up Slap, we do a lot. And his strongest damaging move is Drain Punch, so I think we still kill after that. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and put Timber up front. Golett. Got this thing called a Grodel. It's great. That'll work. Ignite. Seadra should be able to beat that pretty handedly. Then we got Hakamo. This Masquerain do pretty well. I think I like Corvusquire here as well for the Hakamo. I think I like having extra Intimidate. Just oring everybody up and should be good to go. Alright, baby. Infinite Mental. So yeah, you can fight each one of those guys individually. Good to know, I guess, for the future. I will not be doing that as a double battle again. I can tell you that. That's crazy that we outspeed. I know Kecleon's slow, but it's still wild. Alright, don't load the paralysis there. He's still fighting type, so HP Psychic Tech. Oh, that did nothing. I always forget to look at some of these movesets, man. What moves this want to go for? I think Dizzy Punch. And yeah, Dizzy Punch. What does our friend little Corvus Squire do? Seems good enough. Just wanted something we weren't planning on already using. That Kecleon was harder than it should have been. But I just put a Cherry Berry on there. Wouldn't have been a problem. Everything that I'm doing with speed up this morning is really showing why it's good to slow down. Since I don't have a lot of time, I just wanted to make at least some progress, you know? Oh, I forgot that'll burn your berry. Yeah, whatever. Bye-bye, Pig Knight. Oh, come on. Nice getting a little Intimidate action going. Little Gust. Little Gust action, good to go. Now we get to do the fun fight. I don't know how this Brawly's gonna go. Even with the plan we put together. All the gods. Chuga. We do have to kind of think about what items we want, though. Oh, let me move Brawly up. Okay. So with Kubfu, Corvus Squire just wins. So I think Orin there's fine. Grotto's gonna be used for quite a few things, but I think again just having Orin on him is probably okay. So the general idea is that we're pivoting with these two, and then Grotto, like our other four, how we beat a lot of things. Grotto just doesn't deal with crits is the nice thing. The Seadra is only dealing with the Combuskin. Let's think of those damage. Do I need to run Orin or can I get away with Cherry? I should be able to be good with Cherry. This thing is fine with Orin. Mask is mostly just a pivot, so I think Orin should be fine. And then Poliwhirl. Do I have an anti-freeze? I don't. So I guess Orin it is. Does this guy say anything? Nope. Alright. We're looking good to go. Hopefully this goes well. Alright, Brawly. Show me what you got. So, thankfully this Kubfu's pretty easy, just 2-hit KO. And the nice thing is we never... I don't think we ever put him into Iapapa range. Oh wait, actually I think we eat his berry with Pluck. That actually works out really nicely. Kind of funny, like having this like Kubfu as like your early game legendary, because I think every team has a legendary Pokemon on it of some kind, or mythical, or whatever you want to call them. I think of all of them as legendary. So, all right, so this is the scary thing with Retaliate, Lopunny. This is why we brought Mr. Sea Turtle. Should be able to eat this up with a base like 105 defense. Yep, eat it up. And then this should always be Drain Punch, so got a mask. Now, I wasn't 100% sure how order of everything would happen, so I didn't 100% think out like how I actually want to beat the things that I'm like intimidate pivoting on. So that part we're still gonna have to figure out. And how many minuses I wanted. So my first thought is this thing's normal type, so I think something like Grodel could be good. But it doesn't have Rock Tomb, which makes Corvusquire seem a little better than it would otherwise. How does... We'll just start with Grodel and see where that goes. So at -1, we do pretty well. What about at -2? We'll try and get 2 minus to -2, I think. Well, still does 15%. Yeah, we start getting diminishing returns pretty quick otherwise. And we only have so much Sea Turtle HP. This is really reminiscent of how Emerald Kaizo's Brawly was, where you're using Gyarados and a Rock Resist, which is either a fighting type or a ground type, or I guess a steel type sometimes you're really lucky, in order to pivot in on pretty much everything just over and over and over again. I'm kind of looking at these damage numbers after recovery from Drain Punch. No, I guess it won't go for Drain Punch on Grodel. So I think we're just going to go for our highest damaging move with Razor Leaf, even though we could get some HP back with Absorb. This thing does have Eject Button. I should have thought about that and just gone for Aqua Jet or something. That was dumb. Well, I'm just not, like, I've never seen it actually used in a hack. At least you got off some damage. That actually did a lot between the two of them. The Spades, Fire move. Burnt our Cherry Berry. Not the end of the world. Then we have Bubble Beam. And then we're gonna have to pivot through to Tortuga if this doesn't kill. Yeah, this doesn't actually kill, but it does a lot. And we do have a pretty clean pivot through Grodel. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Yeah. We're gonna be so low on HP by the end of this fight. Oh boy. I think that misplay with Lopunny is actually going to be overly expensive and might cost us a lot with this fight. Also, the fact that I'm going to lose my Oranberry here in order to be able to pivot in on this Combustion, really bad. At least now we know. Like, use Aqua Jet to beat Lopunny. Eject button. I still think we'll hopefully at least get through the fight, but we might end up with a death or two. We'll have to see. Alright. Dead. Hitmontop. Okay, this should always be fighting move or fake out. Either way, you go mask. Because normally if they have fake out, they pretty much always go for it. The thing that's kind of scary with Hitmontop is it does have Pursuit. I don't think it would go for it between Mach Punch and Rock Slide. I think it's interesting this thing has protective pads, so you can't like Iron Barbs it down with like Togedemaru or something. So when we look at our team and we look at how we want to beat this thing, I mean, we basically have these 3 that need to get through the rest of Lopunny, Hitmontop, and Scraggy. And obviously, this Tortuga does not have enough HP to keep pivoting a ton. Masquerain can do some damage itself, but that's only really to finish things off. Well, let's see. How much does Mask need this thing to be down to? We need to get this down to 35%. So, his first thing is, how much does Seadra do? Seadra's gonna take away too much and only does 26 to 32. Grotle does decent damage. Corvisquire doesn't hit it quite in range. Corvisquire doesn't do crap to Scraggy, though. Corvisquire seems strongest on either Lopunny or Hitmontop, but it takes so much from Rock Slide. Yeah, I think for now we'll try and get Grotle in here to try and do some work with it. But it's at -1 currently. I think I want to get at least -2. We could maybe even use Corvisquires. Nah, it's not going to be a great way to pivot. It doesn't make the right moves. This Hitmontop's like has just high enough stats and technician that a lot of times it seems like one Pokemon is not enough to beat this thing. -2, I think we should be good though. It doesn't really seem to make a difference much at all for Grotle, whether this is Mach Punch or Rock Slide. So when you look at the damage numbers, there's a question of, do you just go for 3 Razor Leafs, or do you go for Absorb plus 2 Razor Leafs? I kind of like the greed of Absorb plus 2 Razor Leaves. Just to keep our HP high enough. And I think we should be able to get it off. If this always goes for Mach Punch, that's a really good sign. It seems to be, so I think I'm going to risk it with Mask and just go straight into it. Oh, nice little crit. Kind of useless, but we'll take it. Is Pursuit kill? No, that's weird. But okay. Why it knew I was switching, I really don't know, and I don't think it would go for anything else otherwise. I wasn't in kill range or anything, so that really was weird. This does 2 damage, yeah. Alright, we're through 3 mons. Keep it moving. Okay, Scraggy. This thing doesn't do a ton of damage, but it, well, I guess compared to Hitmontop, but it still can do some decent damage. Okay, Rock Tomb is definitely what we're gonna see. The problem is, like, how many pivots can I get out of this thing, you know? How much does Seadra take from this thing? Bait's Feint Attack. Well, it doesn't die to Rock Team, so I can pivot like one time with Seadra, I guess. The question is, how do I want to kill this? it's looking like maybe Corv. Rock Tomb's gonna do way too much. At -2, we should be able to get off some damage. Let's pivot with Seadra first. This does bait random move, but I'm just kind of hoping he doesn't go for Rock Tomb. And I know that's it's not a great plan, but we're working with tight enough HP thresholds that that's just gonna how it's gonna have to be. -1. Oh, that might be GG. And he crits. Well, it was good knowing you, Bug. Good knowing you. What does Rock Tomb do at -1? Not enough to kill the bird. Random move gets the Rock Tomb. So yeah, we misplayed earlier around the eject button. Kind of costly. This thing having Eviolite's kind of tough. Oh, it goes for power-up punch. Interesting. I don't think he... Wait. What? Why is this not being procced? Oh, I'm 1 HP out of range. That's actually really problematic. Well, goodbye, bird. That was our crit. Jeez. Yeah, you always die here. And he gets crit, just to throw salt in the wound. That's beautiful. Seadra at least outspeeds. I guess I could go into Turtle and go for Aqua Jet, but bye-bye, Scraggy. Probably Lopunny. Yeah. So I don't really have any way to beat this. Like, I can go out into this Turtle to take the Retaliate, but the thing is, Lopunny's fast enough that it just kind of kills everything on my team. Oh, I meant to click Aqua Jet. I don't think it really matters. I think we're just done. I think that's just it. Oh, I forgot this thing could lower speed like that, but I mean, I was gonna need the whole HP bar for Poliwhirl anyway. Yeah, I mean, I'm just so slow that. I guess technically we won, but given that we have almost no Pokemon left, we're gonna reset. Oh, that's wonderful. So, hey, we in fact did beat the first gym with 4 deaths. So, biggest takeaways. Don't take that Stuffle for granted. That man can bulk up. So don't lose your Staravia that way. 2, doing the skip to get Masquerain, super worth it. You need to be very careful around that Lopunny eject button. like trying to proc that as early as possible with either mask. I think Masquerade Quick Attack's a good way, or the Aqua Jet from Sea Turtle. And then your HP really matters on this fight. So, and I could have used this to maybe get some speed drops on something, but I don't know if that would have made a huge difference with what I brought. I think we could have won that fight. You know what? Just for practice, I think we'll run through that fight once more. This run is now dead, but just to see if we could actually cleanly beat the fight with this exact team, because this doesn't seem like a bad Brawly team. So, alas. This is always retaliate. Then do an Aqua Jet here. Get the eject button, Poliwhirl. Pretty sure this should always be super power. Hidden power grass, that's fine. And should be leaf tornado. So after 2 of them, you kill the Poliwhirl. And this thing comes back, and then now you would actually have to deal with the Lopunny. That retaliate does so much. I feel like you'd want -2. Masquerade doesn't really do a ton else besides finish things off and come in on fighting moves. So the question is, can it deal with Lopunny at -2? Kinda can. Struggle Bug does guaranteed Fork KO. So we'll see. I mean, like, it's not a great solution, but it is a solution. Pretty sure this wants to fire move. No, it looks like Thunder Punch actually can do more. That's actually super awkward. Why does Thunder Punch do more than Incinerate? It's really weird. I think you'd have to go Grotle first. Yeah. I guess I could have gone Eldegoss. Probably would have been smarter, but runs over anyway. Is what it is. Seadra does a bunch of damage, and you'd have to go out here on the next. What the hell? Baiting a random move. That's the tough. I don't love Seadra as a Combusken answer. That I can say for sure. I kind of wonder if Seadra... I mean, we had a pretty good Seadra, so, like, I don't know, man. So, bring in Mask. You'd get a couple of Intimidates off. Yeah, you'd have to use Grotle here. And Gus can still pick up the KO, I think, from there. I'm not 100% sure. Probably go for an Absorb or something. This thing would then come in, and you do a couple more pivot. Well, that fan attack has made me too low. Have to go Grotle. Then you'd have to see at -1. What's your best matchup? You absorb or do you Razor Leaf? You're already gonna live 2 hits most likely, so go for Razor Leaf a couple times. Now it's back to neutral, which isn't good. We love baiting random moves. Maybe this team just wasn't gonna work for Brawly no matter what. The fact this thing has rest is like crazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how you could have played that much better. I just feel like I didn't do that much damage. Well, that's tough. I do think these two work fairly decently with like the pivoting stuff. But the fact that that makes it so Grodel has to like take on 2 Mons or something, like it just can't. Like I think the fact that like I think this Masquerade pivot stuff is good. But I think the fact that my other 4 Mons, like, none of them were really good enough to take on 2 Mons. Like, Grodel can take a Mon, like the Poliwhirl or something, but, like... all these were good enough to take 1 Mon. They just didn't have enough HP left to really take 2. Thus be it the problem. I guess Masquerade could kind of take on the Lopunny as well, but that Scraggy, like, end up just all these Mons that don't have any HP. Anyway, let's load our state. Let me make sure we're all up to date on this. Okay. But hey, we at least made it to Gym 1. I guess we technically did win the fight. Technically. Not sure how much of a dub I would really count it as, but, you know, it is what it is. There we go. Okay. Double check. Yep. Still gonna go for Turtwig here. I think we'll try something else for nicknames. That got old quick. Speed up I don't think went real well. But I think we'll keep it till we get to Museum. How about just things that it reminds us of? Leaf. I think I'm probably gonna have less explaining overall to do, which would be nice. Grab our little super rod. Fight May. We'll check a bunch of the stats of all these mons once we catch a bunch of them, since it doesn't really make much of a difference till then. It's not like we can change them anyway. We're on that full virtual lifestyle, baby. Trying to think of things that would be better to deal with some of those mons. Like, it just feels like he's out damages you. I feel like flying types like really aren't even all that great. It's just kind of ironic because you'd think they'd be great, but I don't know, they just get beat by Rock Tomb or Rock Slide because they just don't do enough damage against the Hitmontop or the Scraggy. Hey, cool, another Surskit. I'm just gonna start throwing random names on these guys and not thinking about it too much. Mostly just want to get to Brawly again. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? Bunnelby. Interesting. Feel like that could work. Diggersby, though. That's an old meme. I don't think it ever really went away, but it's old. That's beginning of X and Y. I've heard Salandit's supposed to be pretty good. Let's see. Level does that evolve? 30. It's probably not great for this split, but that's alright. Like toxic. Oh, I didn't realize we even got poison. Let's see, what do we got here? Eggs. Eggs could work. See, I think maybe this could, like, help for, like, the Hitmontop. Well, I guess that's Pursuit. Dude, they even have, like, dark coverage. Like, what are you supposed to bring to that fight, man? This thing does not want to go on the ball. There we go. I like scrambled. Nice little juicy nickname. It's almost easier just to slow this down to type this in. Guess we got 2 grass types. And we'll just go grass here. Pidgey. Man. You're always gonna get something you don't want. This is the OG though. Like, I really like Pidgeot, but like in this game in particular, I did not have high expectations. And this game's hard enough that trying to bring things along that aren't super great is just rough. So, we'll see how this goes. Oh, I didn't mean to skip Bunnelby. The thing is, like, I'd really like to figure out a way to get through Brawly deathless. Because getting there deathless doesn't seem crazy. Sunspore or Poison Powder. I'm not going to use Hypnosis, so... I guess it's mostly just a matter of getting there. Or figuring out the fight. I can always get there. Got honey. Heal up really quick. Let's check it out. Gentle, what's that? And not neither bad nor good. Yeah, I don't mind the IVs. Yeah, these seem decent. I don't love being minus speed, but it's not the end of the world. Oh wait, did I? Yeah, those seem fine. What about this? Those are pretty good. Yeah, those are actually really good. What the heck? Minus speed sucks. 0 speed. Minus speed. Okay, this thing is booty. Minus special attacks is really bad on egg. But 24 speed, but minus speed, it could be worse. Could be worse. Anyway, I'm trying to think of like, I feel like it's just like having something that does decently well into like Hitmontop and Scraggy seems like the ones that are hard to find. Grotle makes it so I always have some sort of answer for the Poliwhirl. There's at least that. I didn't predict that, but let's just say I did. Yo, let's get this boosted tackle going, yeah. You shouldn't have given me that power boost, boy. Shouldn't have done it. Then let's see, we got Grubbin. Guess we can put our fire type up front. Oh yeah. I know that those metronome people are scary, and I've learned that from experience. I was really hoping I could get to at least like second or third gym on first attempt, but I'm not surprised. You know? I'm not. It's crazy this thing gets Bubble Beam like instantly. I guess we'll see what Pokemon we have available for this next go round. Dun, dun, dun. I feel like there's like this desire to want to make like previous run not seem as good, so it doesn't feel as bad losing it. But I think that last run was perfectly good if I had just not choked it. You know? But what are you gonna do? The thing about fights where, like, you have non-traditional answers to things, meaning, like, your flying type does not just beat the fighting type, like, unless you have them all memorized, like, it's really hard to know, like, what's gonna work out really well for the fight. So this thing, it's bug water, okay. That'll do fine. Oh, man. And gooch it down. What do I want to lead for this? Do you have double kick yet? No. Okie dokie. At least Absorb will keep us healthy, hopefully. Crazy how much that berry juice heals back. I wish that berry juice in Little Cup was nuts. Like, you got these level 5s that heal back to full HP, but it's between, like, berry juice and Eviolite, which are both, like, just ridiculously broken when you get to have them on everything. I don't like the fact that he's setting up. That's not cool. I guess a speed drop, but let's not see, like, a Giga Impact or Explosion. There we go. Cool. Only missing 1 HP, so not the end of the world. I feel like Abra would be cool. We delay this. Come in here. I don't think there are any important items before Brawly that weren't like obvious Pokeballs to pick up. I think there was like that Never Melt Ice. All this stuff was in the cave, I think. I've recently picked up Elden Ring It's a long time since release, but I never played it. I was too busy with life, but also playing Pokemon. Anyway, I want to talk about a game that has destroyed my hands. Pokemon's usually pretty, like, Nuzlocke in general are like, they're not terrible on, like, inputs per minute type of thing. Grinding levels in Elden Ring sure is. I can tell you that. Home beam. Oh boy. What level does this evolve? Oh, this evolves for Brawly. That's interesting. It gets destroyed by rock moves, but I'm trying to think of... Maybe it's not bad. I don't know. I guess we'll see. This could be actually interesting. That's interesting. It evolves level 21. I know it's male, but I don't care. It's turned it into Vespiquen, so it's still queen. The only thing is when you already have Masquerain, I feel like those fulfill very different or very similar roles. I didn't mean to come up to this guy, but I guess it is what it is. What are you gonna do? Probably should have put some berries on here, especially against this Yanma. I hate this Yanma. Nothing has 40 HP, bro. No clawsing. See, this is typically what I would claws, but we're not doing it, man. I refuse. What's a guy to do? What's a guy to do? You have to, like, click into properties to change the text in here, which I don't like, but I guess that'll teach you to not need to do new attempts so you don't have to do all the typing over again. Now, you could say, did you purposely throw that? No, I promise I didn't. I can't believe I just walked right into that. Like, I can kind of believe it, but, like, that's pretty bad. Just gotta throw the same name on there. Pretend like that didn't happen. I think that fight's basically undoable without Oran berries. And I think it kind of shows you that you're gonna have to use items very quickly. I think that's kind of the point. Oh, yeah. One thing they did was get rid of, like, showing, like, the stat increases as you're using rare candies, which is really nice because it makes it go a lot faster. So that when idiots like me come in and they just wipe, it becomes less problematic. Can get right back to the same spot. Dun, dun, dun. I've been consistently waking up at like 5 a.m. recently. I was thinking, like, between working full-time and doing an MBA program right now, trying to fit in doing YouTube and working out and all that was going to be interesting, so I wanted to do it. Wanted to get more comfortable with all this stuff again, but as part of that, it does make it interesting trying to fit everything in. So it's like, even though it's pretty early where I live, oh, I forgot to pick up the rod. Like, it's still only 8:20. I already went to the gym, walked the dog. Good time. We've been on here for over an hour. Oh. Yeah, we'll still take that, given that we walked in the grass. Let's just go with Bud. That could actually be pretty interesting for Brawly, I think. Maybe. It's at least poison type. I feel like having a poison type that could actually do some damage, unlike stupid Ekans, might be good. I love that this Surskit keeps showing up. One of these days it's not going to, and I'm gonna be a sad panda. A lot of times I feel like I just rip names from the Pokedex entries. Like Pond Skater? That already sounds cool. Poochyena? I guess we'll take a dark type. Why not? So, my dog's name is Honey, so the Poochyena is gonna be Honey. What do we got here? Ponyta? That is really good early stats, so maybe that'll be helpful. I don't think for Brawly, but we'll see. Cheesy name is cheesy name. There's this horse movie from like 20 years ago, where one of the characters is named Spirit, and now that's forever the horse name. Alright, no Pidgey. Starly, yes, alright. Staravia wasn't too bad. It wasn't wonderful, but it wasn't too bad. It just died so easily was the problem. Can't take a -2 rock slide. Get out. I kind of wonder if Staravia could have dealt with Scraggy. It just doesn't do enough damage is the thing. That Eviolite is tough to get through. You're Agent X. Get everything leveled up. I like the fact that it gives you exactly 6 Mons going into the first battles. Get you all set and good to go. And everything seems at least decent enough. Oh, yeah. I'm normally a morning coffee person, so I haven't had that yet today. Plan on going out for coffee a little later, so none the rush. Aerialise, wonderful. Let's check these guys out. Naive. Yeah, it's okay. Not a big deal. Dude, these things just pump out good stats. Oh my gosh. He must have done something to modify starter IVs to regularly be good, because it doesn't make sense we've been getting this many good ones. So, it's... You know what? This is solid enough. I'll take it. The 0 speed, the plus speed nature makes up for it. No big deal. Lonely? That's kind of an irrelevant nature, I suppose. Although minus defense for Brawly isn't great. 6 speed, 28 speed. It's not terrible. Is this adamant? Ooh. Runaway's cheeks, but everything else is cool. And those are pretty solid. Serious, neutral. Let's see. Yeah, those seem fine. Not like awesome, but they seem fine. These things are pretty good. The 5 attack isn't great, though. Anyway, off we go. I'll take neutral natures all day. Oh, yeah. Nice crit, bro. Nice crit. I haven't had breakfast this morning either, despite all the exercise. So, looking forward to some coffee and some breakfast once we get going. So, going to a wedding later today, but I haven't been to one in like years, so really interested to see what those feel like now, being like a actual full-grown adult. Guessing it's probably a little bit different. don't think I've done, like, dancing for a wedding in a long time. Most of the dancing I've done's either been at, like, nightclubs or, like, country swing dancing. It's gonna be very different. It'll be nice getting out of town for a bit, though. Oh, need to heal up. Oh, I forgot to turn repel back on. You know, I've kind of like I've watched a lot of Twitch streams, so familiar with a lot of kind of the meta of it, I guess. I think about things that I'm interested in quite a bit, and as part of that, I do find it kind of interesting that I think it's actually easier to stream once you get bigger because you have people in chat trying to talk to you about things. I mean, there's like it's kind of like this nice happy spot where it's like there's not so many, like, by the time you get to, like, 10,000 viewers or something, it's like the questions just, like, fly through, so it's, like, harder to interact. Whereas, if you're at a spot where you basically have, you know, a few hundred viewers, maybe 1,000 or 2,000, you have, like, a steady flow of, like, questions or interactions, say, like, hi to people or bye to people or things to actually talk about, I feel like that actually makes it significantly easier to have stuff to talk about. Whereas, like, I can sit here and talk about my day or, like, other things going on. But eventually it's, like, it can get a little old. But if you had someone you're actually chatting with, it makes a big difference. I know some people will, like, they'll sit around and just kind of not say anything, but I don't know. I like to use the whole idea for me is, like, let's take the stuff in the stream, throw it into these, like, super high quality videos, and then be able to, like, practice, like, super high quality production stuff for in the future. But with all that being said, it's like you need to be able to talk for that to work. I'm gonna have to remember to put orange berries on all my guys once we get out of this Wally thing. And you could argue that, like, okay, you only need to talk during the important moments and stuff, but then I feel like it makes it less interesting for if someone, like, does randomly stop by. Trying to make everything, like, a certain brow quality. I feel like anything you put out that's bad just kind of detracts from the brand value. So having good practices is important. I currently have 2 monitors, which for, like, normal purposes, perfectly fine. But for this game in specific, while streaming it, I really wish I had 3. And I'm not sure, like, there's not very much room on my desk. I'm not sure that would work great. Oh, this thing's actually super good. So I don't think early in the game it's, like, the be-all and end-all. But, like, later in the game, Mega B-Drill is a beast. This thing almost, like, solos Tate and Liza, which is, like, insane. That shouldn't be a thing. That gym is, it's like 8 mons you have to beat or something. Do I even want to bring a B-Drill? Probably don't need Badoo. It's evolving. Maybe we'll use B-Drill a little bit before it gets stuck in the box forever. When I was playing Crystal Kaizo, I actually used B-Drill, like, quite a few times. Because, like, you have to do all these headbutt trees. So it means that you do actually... Am I ever clicking Fury Attack? No. you almost get Beedrill pretty much guaranteed every run. But the cool thing about Beedrills is poison resist, and it got return, so you could actually do damage to other poison types. So, you know, you'd bring it in against an Arbok or a Coughing or a Wheezing or Muck or something, and like it worked pretty decently early game. Now, it didn't transition super well after that, but then there'd be like random things where all they have is like grass and poison or bug and poison, and like you could sit there and you can actually take it. Oh, I forgot to switch. I'm messing up this fight again. Which made it really cool. I really like when, even if I'm on like only has a really, really small niche, at least it's usable for that niche, you know? Instead of just being cheeks. Please tell me I put Orans on. I did. So we can sit here and do some damage. You might actually click aggro here, I'm not sure. No, he is content to always click Sonic Boom. What's the last one? Clawba Push. I think it's Rock Smash and Bind. I think Starly should be fine. Oh, that did a lot. Jesus. Maybe Beedrill it is. Quad resist. Take your Oranberry. Does Twin Needle do anymore? No. We did get a poison though. Look, this was all purposeful. He doesn't need to know any different. Beedrill that guy, already clutching up. Then we got the double Magikarp fight. Just obnoxious. We should bring Badoo for this. Don't need Ponyta. Hopefully Bounce doesn't paralyze us again. That would be bad. Maybe I should have used my heart skill to deal with Brawly. I don't know. Like on a mon I know I'm gonna use. I don't know. There are none of those mons that seem... Is this thing always gonna full paralyze me? Like every time? Oh, I forgot to check. I just assumed we were shell armor. Yeah, we are. I think you get it every time. Alright, bud. You're not gonna get the full paralysis again, right? I do have to be careful about stupid flail. Let's do a little bit of damage with bite. And we'll go out in a Badoo and hope it can kill it. Alright, Badoo, don't let me down. There we go. I don't really feel like calcing Magikarps anymore. It was fun the first time. Then it got old. Alright. Cincino. Everything wants to use T-Waves, so I'll throw Cherry Berries on stuff. What has the highest def? Beedrill doesn't look bad. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, Beedrill does not look bad. Can use Badoo for the Jigglypuff. Use... You know what, actually... Let's bring Ponyta. It has good stats for this part of the game. Compared to, like, Poochyena. I love the fact that, like, you pick up the Cherry Berry and then immediately use it. It's also kind of cool that it's, like, a bit randomized how much you end up getting. We'll save the Turtwig for the fancy. Here we go. Does it have a berry? It does, so we'll eat that up. Bug bite looks like it'll kill. Yep, cool. They actually do good damage to this as well. Well, poison stings kind of cheeks, but what are you gonna do? If he doesn't do any damage to us, then who cares? Probably say it for another. Beedrill does it. Picks up the dubs. 2 in a row. This fight is so haxy. That's amazing how little Absorb does. Bad move. I guess you get Razor Leaf pretty quick after. 40 is a lot better than 20. In the game, like in Diamond and Pearl, when you first get Turtwig and it's 20 base power, it's so bad. It's so bad. Alright, now for our little boss fight. We've learned this thing doesn't really believe that Belch is a move. That's just kind of made up. Which means Beedrill like hardwalls this thing, but it also hardwalls Beedrill. Forgot I had Poochiana in here. Trying to think what I want to bring. Does this have a bug move yet? No. Does pretty well on the Krogunk, I think. These can be for the Carvana. This can maybe help with Krogunk. This will help with Krogunk, and then these two can deal with eggs, I think. Let's see, is there any Haxy moves? There is from eggs, and Poison Sting I guess is, but so be it. There's actually a few places in the early game you wish you had Person Buried and not have to deal with confusion, but I think it's kind of interesting when you actually do have to deal with it. Makes it so there's actually some luck involved, which I think actually does keep things fairly interesting. Alright, Mr. Guy. Turtwig about to be freelo with this guy. Shout out to having shell armor. Super cool. This is always fake out, I think. I mean, he doesn't really do damage to us, but it's probably better for eggs anyway. Eat his berry. Now we're fast. Super fast. Still our highest damaging move. Those defense drops are not wonderful, so we'll switch and then we can come back in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's not too bad to deal with if you at least have some sort of, like, fighting resist. Which I think that's normally going to be a bug type. Pretty sure I just OHKO this. Yeah. Shout out to Beedrill, being that guy. I think it's about to fall off even within this split. Oh yeah, we can just... Oh, we got it on our first try. It's kind of hard to speed up. Take me away, bald man. Take me to the place. Okay, let's see. Heal up really quick. What fighting type will we get this time? Hello, Mr. Duck. I've heard this thing's not very good. You know, he's a bird. He looks tasty. The only other tasty I've ever heard of is from Orange is the New Black. Let's see. Super Rod. Spiel. I like Brawly, so that seems cool. Oh, I forgot we can level up now. Call you Glacia. Because normally Glacia uses one, but then as well, you can use Wall Rain on Glacia in Emerald Kaizo, and it's pretty good. I'll get another horsey. Sir, please get in the ball. Alright, you know what? This is silliness. I need to start actually like trying to weaken some things. I'm just always scared to crit, you know? Okay, we can go for another one of those. It's a little harder as your Pokemon get stronger and you actually have like decent movesets. I forget if this is spelled correctly or not, but anyway. How do we level everything up? We will get out our early game. We will. Someday. Somewhere. I'm saying, if Groudle had Synthesis, it'd be over. My man would be too OP. He'd be popping off with the shell armor. And I know he gets it at some point, but still. Pluck. Yeah. I think I'm always clicking Bug Bite, so it's kind of sad how lame Tornado is, because it seems like it could be so cool. Just in case I need to do more damage. I mean, Poison Sting's useless, I guess. Pin Missile at least has the chance to do more damage if you really need it. Just in case you're in a real, like, get me out of this situation, please type of moment. Fire Spin. Ooh. I don't think I'm ever clicking that. Did almost Poochyena evolve in this game? Did they change that at all? Level 18. Sick. Oh, so you don't get it for the fight and Slate port. Which I understand. Like, I think it'd be pretty strong for that fight. Although, I think having Roselia and Groudle helps for that fight quite a bit. Yawn. I'll take it over Sand Attack. Yep. Once again, I'll take that over Sand Attack. I kind of wonder if I'll have a better Mask pivot this time or not. Ice Ball, that just seems... Well... Probably better than Rollout. Imagine you just get that bad boy rolling. It's over. Charm. That could be interesting. Brian, I'll take that. It's interesting to me, like, how good Seadra's stats are for this point in the game, but, like, how bad it is against that Combusken still. Combustion is scary. It's just the random move that gets you, man. Okay, for Staryu, Lombre. This is, once again, I don't think I really need to calc for all this. Probably don't need to bring a fire type to that fight. Or this guy. There's Teeter Dance, but nothing else looks problematic, so Oran Berries it is. We definitely learned that you can get away with just Oran Berrying everything. Every fight. If there's like some hacks, you probably want to bring a berry for that, and not the Oran Berry, but it is what it is. That wasn't very nice, Mr. Lombre. For that, I'm stealing your Lumberry. This goes for Peck, maybe here. Should I go on this first? Probably Bite. And Razor Leaf. The thing is so weak, that's crazy. I guess the levels play into it quite a bit as well. Then there's this stupid Munchlax. I remember you need 17 speed to beat this thing. What you got, big boy? Oh, you got me. Perfect. Need a fire type for the Mawile. What am I throwing at the Dwebble? Probably just Horsey. What else do I want? Do I launch field? Probably not. This thing can at least damage Mawile, whereas Beedrill will be just dead. Need a Chesto Berry. Do we not have Chesto yet? Where is this? Where do you get those? Did I miss something? I could have sworn we had those. Well, we have 2 grass types, so it should be fine. Bubble Beam for the KO. Here comes Mr. Munchlax, who just wants to be KO'd by somebody. You're still slow, sir. This thing gets fairy coverage with stab at this point. Oh wait, did they actually change it to be fairy type yet? Or is that only after Mega? No, it's fairy. Steel Fairy's so good. I think this is damaging move. No, Hypnosis. I think I'll still be able to wake up and not matter. Yeah. Yeah. Healthy enough. Is that a sniper? Yep. Escape rope. So, in terms of like getting stuff, I think in this cave, still want to go for Togedemaru, I think. You got Q-Fan. Okay. This thing does resist rock moves, which is nice, and normal moves, so it could work pretty well on Brawly. Well, this thing doesn't have the, what do you call it, Stun Spore. Get in the ball. Oh, am I out of balls? Okay, we're just gonna buy some balls so I don't kill somebody. Completely forgot about that. Can you even buy balls here? You've gotta be shitting me. You can't. I don't love that design. We'll deal with that later. Alright, Mr. Steven. What you doing? We can just use escape rope. Oh, I forgot. This is hard scale. Then we have Tuber Chandler. Pretty sure you can just throw a Ponyta up front. Kid's kind of strong, but it's water and ice, yeah. This story doesn't really help that much in this fight. I don't know where I missed these chesto berries, but it's a little rough. And, you know, while I don't want the claws anything, I don't feel like resetting the whole run to me having forgotten to buy Pokeballs. Especially since we're being punished by having to go through Beach before getting them anyway, so... we can't, there's 2 encounters we can't get. That's lovely. I think there's an Apom in here or something that's like really hard to kill otherwise. You get 'em, Ponyta. Because your stats are ridiculous for this point in the game. Oh, that's the next one. Don't have a rock type for Fletchinder. Just a little spooky, but I think we can put Horsey up front. Should be a-okay. I would like my Intimidate Mon for this earlier. And I think that plus Scrotal should be fine. One thing I will say about Nuzlocke is I definitely feel differently about like pre-Gym 1 and after. Because like, there's just so much crap in the early game where you just like, just need to get through it, man. Otherwise you can sit here just resetting for hours. And while you can sit here and tell yourself, infinite mental, you know, it still is like trying to save yourself at least some of your mental health is good. Good. He can't crit me. As long as he doesn't freeze me, we're good. Even then, could just switch. But cool. Bye, Tuber Lola. This music seems fitting for the setting. Who would have thought? Dealing with a Wingle. Trying to think what makes the most sense. Do you go with something neutral or no? We'll throw Staravia at it. Oh, I'll show the battle that's coming up. Weasel. We have grass type, so I don't think I need Ponyta for this fight. Swingle has like really good like type coverage, but it's so weak that it like doesn't really matter that much. Those are the words I will live to regret as this thing just smacks me around. Let's see. Shockwave. Why am I slower than a Winkle? Me and my 10 speed IV. It is what it is, I guess. Shockwave doing that much, no. Why don't I go this first on Air Cutter, then go with this on Shockwave, then I probably should have Swarped there, but not the end of the world. At least it shouldn't be. Oh, and this thing has Sonic Boom, not a big deal, we just insta-kill this, I'm pretty sure. No, it has Rindo. Well, either way. Shout out to Oranberry, our favorite guy. Woo. Love to see it. There's so many fights in this beach. Oh, I forgot it's this fight. We just need to heal and then throw Staravia at it. Just one-shots everything. And if not, it doesn't die, so just accept the next one. This is faster, I think, than our last attempt, but it's still... It takes some time, you know? Even on speed up. Alright, now we have the legendary Apom, which I'm pretty sure should still be A-okay. I think you still lead with this. Nidorino is kind of a pain in the butt to play around, I suppose. Oh, actually, our Beedrill, I think, just beats that. Yep. I think Grotle or Roselia beats that. Which means I have 3 slots to play an Apom with. So I think I'd like to bring Ponyta. Yeah. I think I'm just risking Farfetch just dying. I think I'll just die to an Aerial Ace. Let's tank here this, or 32, 42, 29, 52. I think this wins. And Brian, I think. Well, no, Brian and Bumblebee are pretty much the same. Okay, I think we're good to go. if I stay in here to just switch. I think I just switch. It's just Arabia's defense stat is bad. Yeah, air release doesn't really do crap. You can actually come in on an air release. Of course, it double hits that turn. Wait, I forgot. Oh, yeah, I used Roselia for this. Oh, he's got the Lumberry. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Still getting poisoned. Crazy. The black sludge is protecting him. These stupid sand attacks. That wasn't very nice. How am I supposed to kill you if all you do is spam sand attack? Oh my god. I didn't think that this was what it would do. I get him to -2 or 3 accuracy, and then he can't kill me. Alright, we're gonna have to get off and intimidate here. Oh boy. Oh wait, the standard Venoshock? Why does it have Poison Tail and Venoshock? Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna pick up next time with a Temp 4.